Today I want to show you a simple P&L report built using Python code. So the first thing that we need to do is to create a data frame from our database source. In this case, I have built a simple database talking about the P&L accounts, for example sales, costs, and so on. I have two scenarios. I have the actual figures and budget. I have also the month variables, year, and some countries here, just to make a few examples. Just an advice: when you have a database, I like to create integrity checks. This will allow us to make data control before take those numbers to the final report. So I just have to make sure that my database is correct and all the reports will have the right figures, right? So in this case I have a few slicers here just to see the information that I want to have as a P&L. So going back to our P&L report using Python, the first thing that we are going to do is to create a data frame. So how do I do this? I just use the Python code, and I'm going to write, for example, df equals my connection. In this case I only have to write the first letters of my connection, the VPNL, and it will bring the whole address to that connection. So once that I done that, I have to start using Python code just to make sure, just to build our report. So for example, I write this code using ChatGPT as a guide. So the first thing that I do here is just to clean up the names of my columns in order to avoid any kind of a space or any kind of data problem, right? The second thing that I will do is to get filters, dynamic filters. So I want to choose the country, in this case England. I want to choose the month, and I want to choose the year, right? So I created this kind of data frame, the same code that I used to build the data frame, the connection for the data frame. And I just declare that the values inside cell D2, D3, and D4 will be my filters, right? So the next step is to apply all those filters. I use my data frame, my original data frame, and I apply all those filters and name it as a filtered data frame. The third step is to create the vision that I want to have for the P&L. In this case, I want to have the filtered data frame, sorry. I want to have the value as the column value. This is the name of my original values inside my database, and I want to have the account number and sub-account number. Also, I want to have the actual and budget figures, so I bring the column data type. This is the name of my data frame, the name of my original database structure, and I want the sum of those values, right, for those data type. The next step is to add variance columns. In this case, I will declare summary filter variance as equal to actual values less the budget values, just to have the number variation, right? And I want the percentage as well. So this is the same code, just using the division between those two scenarios. The next step is to have a total row. I will declare here the total as a summary filter, actual, sum, budget is the same, the variance will be the difference between them, and the percentage the division, right? So at the end I will declare another data frame which will be PD data frame actual, total budget, total variance, and total percentage variance. And I will create the name total. This basically is this line here. I'm using the total name inside the code of Python, right? So let me show you again. I could use the word grand total. I can change wherever I want. In this example, I just use total. The next step will be to summarize all my tables. The summary with total, which is a summary filter, and the grand total. Grand total is this data frame here, and the summary filter is the database that I built before. In this case, this one. So once that I wrote this code that I will be sending you inside the Excel file, I can easily change all the variables. For example, I want to see the Germany figures for the month 4, and here we have. As you can see, this is a very fast and simple way to see the P&L. The Python code has no limits. I could create subtotals, I could create graphics, and so on. In this case, I've built bridge graphics in order to easily understand the budget number, which is my reference of the numbers, and the actual figures, which account inside my P&L brought me to the final number of the actual. For example, in this case, we can see that we have a decrease in sales revenue as was expected inside budget, and here, as you can see, I have those numbers to build the graphic. So that is all for today. I hope that you find useful, and if you have any doubts, you can contact me. Thank you.